Hey guys, welcome back to Guitar Animal. I'm Trent, and today I'm going to show you a Tom Petty song called Breakdown. It's one of my favorite songs. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, head on over to guitaranimal.com to work this video. You'll find looper functions that you can use. You can slow down the playback, and you can also get the tab for this, so it'll make it a lot easier for you to get it down. So I'm going to play the song a little bit, Breakdown by Tom Petty, and then we'll go into the details. So we play all those riffs at the beginning of the song, and then we fall into that chord change, which is an A minor and a G. And I'll go through all the details here. If you are a better player, more advanced, you might want to go over to the website and go ahead and check it out now with the tab. You might be able to just follow that at that speed. For you guys that are new to this, I'm going to break it down very slowly and tell you every fret that I'm playing. All right, so the first thing I'm doing, there's an intro riff there, and it just is very short. It's And actually, that last note that I play, the eighth fret on the second string, you can barely hear, but it is there, so I did put it into the tab. For most of you guys, you're probably just going to hear. And it's just ending there on the A note, 10th fret of the second string. And that would be fine. You could do that as well. You wouldn't have to play the last note because it really is very quiet. I had to listen to it quite closely to hear that. All right, so what I'm doing there, 8th fret on the first string. And I'm going to do 10 and 8 on the second string with a pull-off. So I play the 10, pull off to the 8. If pull-off is something you don't know about, I do have a video on hammer-ons and pull-offs at guitaranimal.com. Check it out. It'll show you how to do all hammers and pull-offs before you try to do it in this song. But we are going to do 8 on the first string, 10 and 8 on the second string, 9 on the third string, 8 on the second string, 10 on the second string. And again, you can end with that note if you want. But he does end up pulling off to the 8, but it's very quiet on the actual recording. So that riff again. Let's play a little bit slow there so you can follow it along. All right, once we do that, he gets into a riff that on the recording, he's actually sliding on this first one. But live, I saw him play that very first section with hammers and pulls. So you can do it either way. I have it tabbed with hammers and pulls, but if you do want to be authentic to the original recording, it would be slides. And that's going 10, 8, 10, back and forth, either with hammer-ons or pull-offs on the second string, and then 9 on your third string. If you are going to do slides, do the initial slide from 10, 8, 10 with your middle finger, so you can save your index finger back to play the 9th fret on the third string. All right, the second riff is going to be 9, 7, 9 on the third string, 7 on the fourth string. That's definitely slides. Both live and the studio version were like that. And then we're going to do 7, 5, 7 on the fourth string, and 7 on the fifth string. So the whole thing goes like this. Alright, now right after that he jumps into a riff that's going to be a diads, 2 notes together. First 2 strings, 5th fret, we're going to hit that. Then the 8th fret on the second string. Then 5th fret on the second string. So it's going to be 2 5s on the first 2 strings, 8, and then 5 on the second string. So, and then 5, 7 on the second and third strings respectively. So that whole thing goes. And that's after the main riff, so it's like this. We're basically going to go through that same riff again, playing the whole thing just like I did, only at the end we're going to go just like we played, but then there's a little riff right at the end of it, 7 to 5 with the pull off on the third string, and 7 on the fourth string. So that would go. Now that gets through the whole first part of the song where we're playing all that little intro solo. And then we're going to fall into 2 chords, an A minor and a G. Now I'm not going to play A minor and G down here in the cowboy chord range, the first 3 frets. I'm actually going to be playing them based on bar chords on the 5th fret and the 7th fret here for the A minor. So 5th fret on the 2nd and 3rd strings, 7th fret on the 4th string. That's my A minor. We're just going to smack that, kind of a jazzy type way to play. And then go to the G, which is going to be 3rd fret, 4th fret, and 5th fret on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. And we just bounce back and forth between that. You really kind of have to listen to the rhythm here because he plays these chords a little bit later than you might think in the measure. So it goes. Nothing fancy. I'm focusing on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings, down strums on each one of them, 1 smack on each chord, A minor and G. And finally ending up with an F. Now for the F, I play it in the 1st position, 1st fret on the 1st and 2nd strings, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 3rd fret on the 4th string, and I hit that chord and let it ring. Chords again being A minor at the 5th position, G, and F. All right, now this section here is going to be a heavier rhythm section of the song Breakdown by Tom Petty, and this happens about halfway through the song, or a little more than halfway through the song. Instead of staying on the high end of the chords that he's been doing, he kind of turns his guitar up a little bit, makes it a little bit more distorted. He's still going to be playing chords based on the A, the G, and the F, but now we're moving to the bass section, this 4th, 5th, and 6th strings over here, and we're going to be playing A as A5, which is going to be the 5th fret on the 6th string and the 7th fret on the 5th string. Then we'll go to G5, which is the same shape, 2 frets lower, 3rd fret and 5th fret on the 6th string and the 5th string respectively. It's G5. And then we go to F. I'm fattening it up a little bit by doubling the F notes. We're going to play 1st fret on the 6th string, 3rd fret on both the 4th and the 5th strings. And this section sounds like this. Bar chord, all 6 strings. And he ends with this sustained A note, which is just the 6th string, 5th fret, and you just hit it and let it die out. All right, and then we'll go back into the intro and so forth. So again, that was A to G, F5, G5, A5, E5, F5, E5, so forth, ending finally on a full F chord. Again, look for GuitarAnimal.com. You can set loop points on this. You can go over that as many times as you need to. It's fairly easy to play. Make sure you dirt your guitar up a little bit, either turn up the volume a little bit or maybe hit the bridge pickup full on to give you a heavier sound. All I did here is I had both pickups on, and I was trimmed down to about 8 on my treble pickup. I just brought it up to 10, and that gave me enough dirt on that to give it that more powerful sound. All right, next up is going to be the solo. This is the Olo. Goes like this. I'm going to break that down. Pun intended. All right. So we're going to go from 3 to 5 on the first 2 strings. It's called a dyads, 2 notes at the same time. 3rd fret on the 1st and 2nd strings, sliding to the 5th fret. And we're going to go 5, 5. That was 2nd string and 3rd string. So then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, both strings. 1, 2, 3, both strings, 1st string, both strings. So we had 4 groups of, it's the triplets. They're 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's the feel. So slow it's. Then we're going to start this sliding riff, and that's going from 5 to 8, and 5 on the 1st string, so it's, and then we're going to go 8 to 10, open, 10 to 13, open 1st string, and then 13, 10 and open, 13, and ending on the 2 17s up here on the first and second string, which is basically part of the A minor bar chord. So that's what he's doing there. So nice and slow, it's again, if you go to GuitarAnimal.com, you'll be able to slow that riff down, check out the tablatures, use the looper function on it, and you know, expect to practice that a little bit to get that down. It's a cool riff. I wanted to include it. Hope you've enjoyed this song by Tom Petty, and stay tuned for Guitar Animal. A lot more stuff coming.